Merhaba, young explorers. Are you ready to experience a city where ancient history meets vibrant modernity? Welcome to Istanbul, a city of ancient wonders, hidden gems, and unforgettable stories. In this 5-day adventure, we'll explore the best of what Istanbul has to offer, from iconic landmarks to the delicious Turkish cuisine, with insider tips that will make your trip extraordinary. And as always, stay tuned till the end for some special prizes that you won't want to miss. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more thrilling travel guides. Best time to visit Istanbul. The best time to visit Istanbul is during spring, April to May, and fall, September to November. During these months, the weather is perfect for walking tours and outdoor explorations with mild temperatures and fewer tourists. You'll get to enjoy Istanbul's many historical and cultural sites without the scorching summer heat or the colder, wetter winter months. City airport tips. When flying into Istanbul Airport or Sabiha Gökçen International Airport, be prepared to immerse yourself in the city's blend of old-world charm and modern flair. Use the Havaist bus service or opt for a private transfer to whisk you to the heart of Istanbul in no time. Where to stay in Istanbul? For a historic experience, stay in the Sultanahmet, where iconic landmarks like the Hagia Sophia, Blue Mosque, and Topkapi Palace are just steps away, with mid-range hotels costing around $50 to $150 USD per night. If you prefer a vibrant artsy vibe with a lively nightlife and trendy cafes, Beyoğlu is ideal, offering proximity to Istiklal Street and Galata Tower. For a modern upscale experience, Karaköy and Beşiktaş provide stylish hotels, waterfront views, and great dining options, making them perfect for travelers wanting a mix of old and new Istanbul. How to get around Istanbul. Getting around Istanbul is part of the adventure. Grab yourself an Istanbul cart, a universal pass for the city's public transport including trams, buses, ferries, and the metro. It's your ticket to exploring every nook and cranny for just around $5 USD per day. Day 1. Iconic landmarks and Ottoman heritage. Breakfast, Sultanahmet Köftecisi. Your journey through Istanbul begins with an authentic Turkish breakfast at Sultanahmet Köftecisi, located just a short walk from the Hagia Sophia. Here, you'll indulge in a delightful spread of menemen, scrambled eggs cooked with tomatoes, peppers, and spices, alongside freshly baked simit, sesame-coated bread, cheese, olives, and a piping hot cup of Turkish tea. For around 5 to 10 USD, you'll get a flavorful and hearty start to fuel your day. The warm ambiance of this local eatery will instantly make you feel like a native of the city. Insider tip. Try the kaymak, clotted cream, with honey for a true taste of Turkish breakfast heaven. Morning, Hagia Sophia. Once you're well fed, set off to explore the iconic Hagia Sophia, a marvel of architecture and history that dates back over 1,500 years. This UNESCO World Heritage Site has served as both a cathedral and a mosque, and today stands as one of Istanbul's most visited attractions. As you enter, you'll be greeted by the massive central dome and stunning mosaics that depict scenes from both Christian and Islamic art. Spend time soaking in the grandeur of this awe-inspiring building. Insider tip. Arrive early in the morning to avoid crowds, and don't forget to look for the weeping column. Legend says if you place your thumb in the hole and it comes out moist, your wish will come true. Mid-morning, Blue Mosque. Just a few steps away lies the Blue Mosque, also known as the Sultanahmet Mosque. Famous for its striking blue Iznik tiles and 6 towering minarets, this architectural masterpiece is an important place of worship and a symbol of Istanbul's skyline. The mosque's vast interior is illuminated by natural light pouring in from hundreds of windows, creating a peaceful atmosphere ideal for quiet reflection. Lunch, Hamdi Restaurant. Next, head over to Hamdi Restaurant, located near the Spice Bazaar. This historic restaurant has been serving authentic Turkish cuisine for decades, and its terrace offers a panoramic view of the Golden Horn. Order the tender lamb kebabs served with fluffy rice, grilled vegetables, and a side of freshly baked pita bread. Top off your meal with their famous pistachio baklava for dessert. This mouth-watering meal will cost you around 20 to 30 USD. Insider tip. Ask for a seat on the terrace for a picturesque view of the bustling waterway and the surrounding skyline while you dine. Afternoon, Topkapi Palace. In the afternoon, dive into Istanbul's imperial past with a visit to Topkapi Palace, the grand residence of Ottoman sultans for nearly 400 years. This massive complex is filled with opulent rooms, luxurious courtyards, and gardens overlooking the Bosphorus. Don't miss the opportunity to tour the harem, the private quarters of the sultan and his family, or the imperial treasury, which houses some of the most precious artifacts in the world, including the spoonsmaker's diamond. The entry fee is 12 USD, and you'll want to allocate a few hours to take in the full majesty of the palace. Insider secret. If you're a history buff, rent an audio guide to dive deeper into the stories behind the treasures and architecture of the palace. Late afternoon, Grand Bazaar. After your royal visit, head to the nearby Grand Bazaar, one of the oldest and largest covered markets in the world. This vibrant marketplace is home to over 4,000 shops selling everything from hand-woven Turkish carpets to gold jewelry, leather goods, spices, and souvenirs. Take your time wandering through the maze-like corridors, and don't hesitate to bargain with the shopkeepers. A little haggling is expected here. Shopping secret. If you're looking for a unique and meaningful souvenir, pick up a Turkish tea set or an evil eye charm to ward off bad luck. Dinner. Meze by Lemon Tree. As the sun sets, make your way to Meze by Lemon Tree, a cozy, modern restaurant in Beyoğlu that specializes in meze, or small sharing plates. Start with dishes like hummus, fava beans, and grilled eggplant, and work your way up to their famous grilled octopus. Each dish is perfectly balanced in flavor, and the friendly atmosphere makes it the ideal place to unwind. Dinner will cost around 25 to 35 USD, depending on how many meze you choose to try. Evening, Galata Tower and Istiklal Street. After dinner, cap off your day with a visit to the top of the Galata Tower, where you'll be rewarded with a breathtaking 360-degree view of Istanbul illuminated at night. The 6 USD entry fee is well worth the panoramic views of the city's skyline, including the Golden Horn and the Bosphorus. Afterward, take a stroll down Istiklal Street, a bustling avenue filled with shops, cafes, and live street performers. The nostalgic red tram adds a charming touch to this vibrant street. Day 2. Ottoman splendor and vibrant markets. Breakfast. Karabatak Cafe. Begin your second day at Karabatak Cafe, a bohemian hotspot in Karaköy known for its artistic vibe and delicious breakfasts. Order a traditional Turkish breakfast platter that includes olives, cheeses, honey, fresh bread, and boiled eggs, all served with a cup of strong Turkish coffee. The relaxed atmosphere and quirky decor make it the perfect place to fuel up for another day of sightseeing. Expect to spend around 10 USD for a satisfying breakfast here. Insider tip. Don't miss their sigara boregi, crispy cheese-filled pastries that are a favorite among locals. Morning, Dolmabahçe Palace. After your breakfast, make your way to Dolmabahçe Palace, a magnificent 19th century Ottoman palace that served as the administrative center of the empire in its later years. The palace's lavish interiors feature crystal chandeliers, marble staircases, and gold leaf decorations, showcasing the wealth and grandeur of the Ottoman Empire. The entrance fee is 15 USD, and you'll want to spend at least 2 hours exploring the ceremonial hall, the harem, and the expansive gardens. Insider tip. Dolmabahçe Palace boasts the world's largest bohemian crystal chandelier, an incredible sight you won't want to miss. Mid-morning, Spice Bazaar. Next, visit the lively Spice Bazaar in Eminönü, a colorful market filled with the scents of exotic spices, dried fruits, and teas. As you wander through the market, vendors will offer samples of Turkish delight, nuts, and other local delicacies. It's a sensory experience that provides a deeper look into Istanbul's rich culinary traditions. While it's free to explore, you'll likely be tempted to purchasing a few bags of saffron or sumac to take home, with small purchases costing around 2 to 5 USD. Shopping secret. If you're interested in Turkish tea, ask vendors to show you apple tea, a local favorite that makes a great gift or souvenir. Lunch. House Cafe in Ortaköy. For lunch, head to the House Cafe in the scenic neighborhood of Ortaköy, which sits along the Bosphorus waterfront. Here, you can enjoy one of Istanbul's iconic street foods, kumpir, a stuffed baked potato filled with cheese, butter, and a variety of toppings like olives, corn, and sausage. Wash it down with a cool glass of Ayran, a yogurt drink. The meal will cost around 15 USD, and the location offers stunning views of the Bosphorus Bridge. Afternoon, Bosphorus Cruise. In the afternoon, hop on a Bosphorus cruise to get a unique perspective of Istanbul from the water. The cruise takes you between two continents, passing iconic landmarks like the Rumeli Fortress, Beylerbeyi Palace, and the legendary Maiden's Tower. Tickets cost about 15 to 20 USD, and the leisurely pace allows you to soak in the views of both the European and Asian sides of the city. Insider tip: sit on the upper deck for unobstructed views and picture-perfect shots of Istanbul's skyline. Late afternoon, Ortaköy Mosque and Village. After your cruise, take a relaxing stroll through Ortaköy Village, a charming neighborhood known for its quaint cafes, local artisans, and street vendors. Be sure to visit the stunning Ortaköy Mosque, which is perched right on the edge of the Bosphorus. Entry is free, and the mosque's ornate design and serene atmosphere make it a peaceful place to stop on your journey. Insider tip: visit one of the waterfront cafes for a cup of Turkish tea as you watch the sunset over the Bosphorus. Dinner: Hagia Sofrası and Kariye. For dinner, take the ferry to Istanbul's Asian side and dine at Hagia Sofrası and Kariye. This beloved restaurant serves regional Turkish dishes from across the country, offering a true taste of local flavors. Start with their meze sampler, featuring dishes like dolma, hummus, and stuffed peppers, then move on to a main course like lamb kebabs or lamb stew with apricots. A hearty dinner costs around 20 USD. Insider tip: don't leave without trying their kunefe for dessert, a sweet, syrup-soaked pastry filled with gooey cheese that's a Turkish delicacy. Evening, Moda Promenade. After dinner, take a relaxing stroll along the Moda Promenade, a scenic waterfront walk in the laid-back neighborhood of Karaköy. This promenade is a popular spot for locals to gather, and you'll often find street musicians and performers adding to the lively yet relaxed atmosphere. Grab a dessert or a cup of Turkish tea from one of the nearby cafes and enjoy the cool evening breeze as you take in the views of Istanbul's shimmering skyline across the Bosphorus. Day 3. Istanbul's hidden cultural gems and adventure. Breakfast: Van Kahvaltı Evi. Start your third day at Van Kahvaltı Evi, a beloved spot known for serving up one of the best traditional Turkish breakfasts in Istanbul. This feast includes a wide variety of cheeses, olives, honey with clotted cream, kaymak, freshly baked bread, and sukuk, spicy Turkish sausage, for around 10 to 12 USD. You'll have an indulgent breakfast that sets the stage for a day filled with culture and exploration. Insider tip: their special mulama, a traditional Turkish dish made with melted cheese and cornmeal, is a must-try. It's like a cheesy fondue and pairs perfectly with fresh bread. Morning, Kora Church, Kariye Museum. After breakfast, dive into Istanbul's rich Byzantine history with a visit to the stunning Kora Church, now the Kariye Museum. This hidden gem is known for its breathtaking mosaics and frescoes, considered some of the finest examples of Byzantine art in the world. The mosaics depict scenes from the life of Christ and the Virgin Mary with intricate details that will leave you in awe. The entry fee is 10 USD, and you'll want to spend about an hour soaking in the artwork and the peaceful atmosphere of this lesser-known treasure. Insider tip: arrive early to experience the church without large crowds, as it's often quieter than other popular sites in the city. Mid-morning, Süleymaniye Mosque. Next, make your way to the impressive Süleymaniye Mosque, a masterpiece designed by the renowned Ottoman architect Mimar Sinan. The mosque sits on one of Istanbul's 7 hills, offering spectacular panoramic views of the city. As you step inside, you'll be struck by the sheer beauty of the architecture, with its towering domes and spacious prayer hall. Entry is free, and the mosque's peaceful courtyard is a lovely spot to relax and take in the views after a busy morning of sightseeing. Insider tip: don't forget to explore the surrounding Süleymaniye complex, which includes a historic Turkish bath, hammam, and an old cemetery where Mimar Sinan himself is buried. Lunch: Asitane Restaurant. For lunch, step back in time with a meal at Asitane Restaurant, known for its meticulously crafted Ottoman-era recipes. The dishes here are based on the historical records from the kitchens of the sultans, giving you a taste of royal cuisine. Try the stuffed quincy or lamb stew with apricots, both of which offer a unique blend of sweet and savory flavors. A meal here will cost around 25 USD, but the experience of dining on authentic Ottoman dishes in a charming courtyard setting is well worth it. Insider tip: ask your server about the historical background of the dishes. They'll be happy to share the stories behind each recipe, making your meal even more memorable. Afternoon, Istanbul Archaeological Museum. After lunch, continue your cultural exploration with a visit to the Istanbul Archaeological Museum, one of the largest and most important museums in Turkey. The museum houses an incredible collection of artifacts, including ancient sculptures, sarcophagi, and relics from the Greek, Roman, and Byzantine empires. Highlights include the Alexander sarcophagus and the statue of the Epic of Gilgamesh. The entry fee is 10 USD, and you'll want to spend a couple of hours wandering through the 3 buildings that make up the museum complex. Insider tip: be sure to visit the museum's tranquil courtyard, where you can take a break and enjoy the peaceful surroundings amid ancient statues and artifacts. Late afternoon, Miniaturk. For a fun and unique experience, head to Miniaturk, an open-air museum featuring miniature models of famous Turkish landmarks. This park is perfect for families or anyone interested in seeing all of Turkey's greatest architectural achievements in one place, albeit on a much smaller scale. Entry is 5 USD, and it's a great way to see landmarks you may not have time to visit during your stay, such as Mount Nemrut, the Temple of Artemis, and the Sümele Monastery. Insider tip: this is a great spot for photography, as the miniatures are intricately detailed and the park is beautifully landscaped. Dinner: Antiochia Restaurant. For dinner, visit Antiochia Restaurant in Beyoğlu, a cozy, unpretentious spot that specializes in southeastern Anatolian cuisine. The restaurant's focus is on simple, flavorful dishes made with high-quality ingredients. Try their grilled lamb kebabs, meatballs, and meze platters, all bursting with authentic flavors from Turkey's Hatay region. Dinner will cost around 20 to 30 USD, and the relaxed atmosphere makes it the perfect place to unwind after a day of cultural immersion. Insider tip: the pomegranate molasses dressing on their salads is a standout. Don't miss it. Evening, Istanbul Modern. End your day at Istanbul Modern, the city's premier museum of contemporary art. Located on the shores of the Bosphorus, the museum features rotating exhibitions of modern Turkish art as well as photography and multimedia installations. Admission is 8 USD, and you can spend an hour or two exploring the galleries and taking in the cutting-edge works of art that reflect the dynamic spirit of modern-day Turkey. Day 4. Adventure, History, and Culture. Breakfast: Yemek Kahvaltı Salonu. Kick off your 4th day with breakfast at Yemek Kahvaltı Salonu, a bustling local favorite in Beşiktaş. Order a traditional Turkish breakfast spread with menemen, simit, fresh cheeses, olive, and clotted cream with honey, kaymak for around 8 to 10 USD. You'll enjoy a delicious breakfast in a lively, authentic atmosphere that's popular with the locals. Insider tip: pair your breakfast with salep, a warm, creamy drink made from orchid root that's perfect for chilly mornings. Morning: Prince's Islands, Buyukada. For an adventure-filled morning, take a ferry to the Prince's Islands, a group of 9 small islands in the Sea of Marmara. The largest and most popular is Buyukada, known for its peaceful, car-free streets and lush green landscapes. The ferry ride from Istanbul takes about 1.5 hours and costs around 3 USD each way. Once on the island, rent a bike for about 10 USD and explore the charming streets lined with Ottoman-era mansions, pine forests, and scenic waterfront views. Insider tip: visit the monastery of St. George, perched on a hill with panoramic views of the sea and the surrounding islands. Mid-morning, bike tour of Buyukada. Spend your morning biking around Buyukada, taking in the island's natural beauty and tranquil atmosphere. You can stop by local cafes for a quick snack or enjoy a refreshing drink by the water. The lack of cars makes it a serene escape from the hustle and bustle of the city, and biking is the perfect way to cover more ground while enjoying the fresh sea air. Insider tip: Pack a small picnic to enjoy by the water. You'll find plenty of scenic spots along the way. Lunch, seafood restaurant on the island. For lunch, indulge in a seafood feast at one of the many restaurants along Buyukada's waterfront. Order fresh grilled fish, calamari, and a variety of meze, all caught from the surrounding waters. A seafood lunch here costs around 20 to 30 USD, and the seaside setting makes for a relaxing and delicious meal. Insider tip: try the grilled sea bass. It's a local favorite and is always fresh and flavorful. Afternoon, return to Istanbul and Taksim Square. After a leisurely lunch, take the ferry back to Istanbul and head to Taksim Square, the heart of modern Istanbul. This bustling area is a hub of activity filled with shops, cafes, and the iconic Republic Monument. Take some time to explore Istiklal Avenue, a pedestrian street lined with boutiques, art galleries, and historic buildings. The street is always lively, making it the perfect spot for people watching. Insider tip: be sure to stop by one of the local Turkish delight shops on Istiklal Avenue and sample the many flavors of this sweet treat. Late afternoon, Çukurcuma. In the late afternoon, explore the charming neighborhood of Çukurcuma, known for its narrow streets filled with antique shops and quirky boutiques. This bohemian district is a treasure trove of vintage lovers and art enthusiasts, and you're sure to find unique souvenirs here that you won't see anywhere else in Istanbul. Shopping secret: keep an eye out for vintage textiles and old Ottoman artifacts. You might just stumble upon a hidden gem. Dinner, Mikla Restaurant. For a special evening, treat yourself to dinner at Mikla Restaurant, one of Istanbul's most renowned fine dining establishments. Perched atop a building in Beyoğlu, Mikla offers stunning views of the Bosphorus and the Golden Horn, along with a modern twist on traditional Turkish cuisine. Try dishes like the slow-cooked lamb or the Anatolian-inspired tasting menu, which showcases the best of Turkey's culinary heritage. Dinner here costs around 50 to 70 USD, but the combination of exquisite food and breathtaking views makes it a worthwhile splurge. Insider tip: book a table on the terrace for an unforgettable dining experience with a view of Istanbul's sparkling skyline. Evening, rooftop bar in Beyoğlu. End your day with a drink at one of many of Beyoğlu's many rooftop bars, where you can relax with a cocktail while taking in the glittering lights of the city. Many of these bars offer panoramic views of the Bosphorus, and it's the perfect way to unwind after a day full of adventure. Day 5, relaxation and local flavor. Breakfast, Caffè Privato. On your final day, enjoy a leisurely breakfast at Caffè Privato, a cozy spot with stunning views of the Galata Tower. Order a traditional Turkish breakfast spread with olives, fresh bread, eggs, and jams, or opt for their famous honey pancakes. Breakfast here costs around 10 to 12 USD, and the intimate setting makes it a great place to savor your last morning in Istanbul. Insider tip: the cafe's terrace offers a perfect view of the Galata Tower, ideal for a final photo op with your breakfast. Morning, Turkish bath, hammam experience. No trip to Istanbul is complete without experiencing a traditional Turkish bath or hammam. Head to the historic Jallo Hammam, one of the most famous bathhouses in the city, for a relaxing and rejuvenating experience. The process includes a steam bath, body scrub, and a soapy massage, leaving you feeling refreshed and pampered. Prices range from 30 to 60 USD depending on the services you choose from, and the experience lasts about 1.5 hours. Insider tip: book your hammam session early in the day for a more peaceful experience, as they can get busier in the afternoon. Mid-morning, stroll through Gülhane Park. After your hammam session, take a relaxing stroll through Gülhane Park, one of Istanbul's oldest and most beautiful parks. Located just behind Topkapi Palace, the park is filled with flower gardens, tree-lined paths, and fountains, offering a peaceful escape from the city. It's a great spot to relax, read, or simply enjoy the greenery. Insider tip: in the spring, the park is filled with blooming tulips as part of Istanbul's annual Tulip Festival, a sight you won't want to miss. Lunch, Karaköy Lokantası. For your final lunch in Istanbul, head to Karaköy Lokantası, a stylish eatery that serves up some of the best traditional Turkish cuisine in the city. Start with a selection of meze, such as stuffed grape leaves and hummus, and follow it with a main dish like grilled fish or lamb meatballs. Lunch will cost around 20 to 25 USD, and the restaurant's vibrant tile-covered walls and chic decor make it a visual treat as well. Insider tip: their homemade mastic pudding is a must-try dessert. Afternoon, Basilica Cistern. In the afternoon, visit the atmospheric Basilica Cistern, a vast underground reservoir built in the 6th century during the reign of Byzantine Emperor Justinian I. As you descend into the cool, dimly lit space, you'll be greeted by hundreds of marble columns reflected in the still waters below. The Medusa heads that sit at the base of the two columns are a particularly intriguing feature of this ancient site. The entry fee is 5 USD, and you can spend about 30 minutes exploring this unique and mystical place. Insider tip: the cistern's cool temperatures make it a great spot to visit during the warmer months. It's like stepping into a hidden underground world. Late afternoon, relax at a tea garden. For your last afternoon in Istanbul, take it easy with a visit to one of the city's traditional tea gardens. The Pierre Loti Hill Tea Garden is a favorite among locals and tourists alike, offering breathtaking views of the Golden Horn. Sip on a glass of Turkish tea or apple tea as you relax and reflect on your trip. The tea garden is free to enter, and a cup of tea will cost around 2 to 3 USD. Insider tip: if you're feeling adventurous, take the cable car up to Pierre Loti Hill for an added thrill and panoramic views. Dinner, Neolocal. End your Istanbul adventure with a memorable dinner at Neolocal, a contemporary restaurant that blends traditional Turkish flavors with modern techniques. The tasting menu offers a carefully curated selection of dishes that showcases the best of seasonal Turkish ingredients, such as grilled lamb, roasted vegetables, and innovative desserts. Dinner here will cost around 50 to 70 USD, but the exceptional food and elegant setting make it a perfect choice for a final meal. Insider tip: the restaurant's terrace offers fantastic views of the Bosphorus and the Old City, making it a beautiful spot to enjoy your last night in Istanbul. Evening, Bosphorus Night Cruise. As your final evening in Istanbul, take a Bosphorus night cruise to see the city's skyline illuminated in all of its glory. As you sail along the Bosphorus, you'll be treated to stunning views of illuminated landmarks like the Blue Mosque, Hagia Sophia, and Dolmabahçe Palace. The cruise typically costs around 50 USD and includes dinner, live music, and traditional Turkish dance performances. Insider tip: book a cruise that departs around sunset for the best combination of daylight and night views. Wow, what an incredible 5-day adventure we just experienced together in Istanbul! From its stunning landmarks to the mouth-watering food and hidden treasures, Istanbul truly offers a one-of-a-kind journey. If you're craving more Turkish delights, make sure to check out our video on Antalya, where we explore the sun-kissed beaches and ancient ruins that await you on Turkey's stunning Mediterranean coast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below with your favorite part of the Istanbul itinerary. Until next time, safe travels and happy exploring. Güle güle!